this is Debbie with Fresh Abundance Community Co-op, located here in Wesley Chapel at my home, Plot Hollow Farm. Today I'm going to show you how to make my raw vegan ice cream, and it's delicious. Now what you're going to need is about a cup to a cup and a half of bananas, and that depends on your family size also. These bananas are a couple days away from being ready because I wait for my bananas to be covered in brown spots so they're nice and sweet. You're going to need about 1.5 inches to 2 inches of vanilla bean and just a pinch of cinnamon. And for the fudge swirl, I have about a tablespoon of carob powder here. Now you can use cocoa powder, but I prefer the carob because it's safe for my dogs and it doesn't have caffeine in it. And you're going to need just a touch of maple syrup. That's what I use to make the syrup. Now there's different ways to make it. So we're just going to add a little syrup in here and mix it up. That's maybe a 1/4 cup, maybe. I'm Southern, so I don't measure. And you're just going to mix that up really good and incorporate that powder into the syrup. And it gets a little messy sometimes, but it's worth it, I promise. See how it's getting incorporated, and you got a nice chocolate syrup. Now, if you don't have maple syrup, you can use dates. Pitted dates that are really moist, and I usually soak them before I use them so they incorporate better and they're creamier, and that will also give you a thicker sauce. See, we got a nice chocolate sauce there. Okay, let me grab my bananas out of the freezer and we'll get started. Now these are my frozen bananas, and I just freeze them in chunks and just toss them into the food processor. And I usually make this in small batches because it's just me and Mike. So that's about all I need. Toss in your vanilla bean and your cinnamon. And then we're going to turn on the food processor and let it do its thing. Okay, that's about it. Now you can see how nice and thick and creamy that is, just like ice cream. Now last night I made blackberries, and the only variation was I dumped about 6 ounces of frozen blackberries in here. My favorite is actually to throw in a couple really squishy ripe persimmons and some orange juice, or either with banana and mango in it. That makes it really, really tropical tasting and sweet and good. Now, if you want sweeter ice cream, you can add a little stevia powder to it, or about 4 to 5 dates, really moist dates. And like I said, I usually soak them a little bit before I throw them in. That way they incorporate better and are creamier. But this go around, we're just using bananas, vanilla, and cinnamon. And you can see it's just like ice cream. Now I got it all out of there. I think it's kind of hard to display in here, and you don't want to miss any. It's so good. So I get every last drop. Well, I'm making a mess now. Now we're going to incorporate our fudge swirl. I'm going to make a little ditch here in the ice cream and just roll it in there. My bowl wants to scoot. And we'll save a little for on top. And now that's about ready to go into the freezer for tonight when we get ready to chow down on dessert. And we have bananas this week in your co-op box, so you should be hooked up on bananas. This is Debbie from Plot Hollow Farm. Next time.